Hello, everybody. Welcome to our broadcast today. Um, if today is your first time, I welcome you, and please make sure you subscribe and leave us a notification so that we can inform you every time we come back for another broadcast. See, you keep doing the same thing over and over again, and after a certain time, it becomes um like you don't know how to feel anymore. It becomes like your body, your senses want to feel numb about what you're doing, because it almost looks like there's no effect that you're getting from what you're doing. And if you're not careful, it could lead to depression. It could lead to, of course, it will lead to frustration, but your frustration can lead you to depression. And it can mess up your mental state of mind. And for that, you have to be very, very careful. But notwithstanding, if you consider yourself a fighter, if you understand what is your lot in life, if you have discovered your destiny, if you have discovered your purpose in life, then you find a way to always bounce back. In fact, the harder these things try to bring you down, the more you push yourself to bounce back and keep doing what you're doing. And so I woke up today with this news about killings in Enugu, State. And this is not the first time. No, this is not the first time. It keeps happening. There are killings all over Nigeria because of the work we do. I get these reports everywhere. And I deal with them in ways that I cannot begin to tell you here on live broadcast. But when it happens in your own area, then it hits home. A couple of weeks ago, not just that it happened in Enugu State, it happened in my own village, Ozala. When you guys hear of Four Corners is in Ozala, and I'm from Ozala. And I know how I participated. I've heard so many stories online about who was responsible in trying to restore normalcy in that area. And I was laughing. I was laughing because a lot of people don't know what happened. And I remember when we were planning things in that area about how to launch a counterattack, and they were discussing it on a WhatsApp group, and I told them, you can't be doing that on a WhatsApp group, because these days you don't know who to trust. And it is so sad. It is so sad. I don't know if you know, but most of the efforts that you see that goes on, most of the efforts that materializing in sometimes these attacks being pushed back comes from ordinary individuals, normal citizens. Yes, the army would come and intervene sometimes, the police will intervene sometimes, but most of the times it is the effort of ordinary people, ordinary citizens. Intelligence report is provided by the ordinary citizens. Actual confrontation is provided by the ordinary citizens. And I'm telling you, a lot of you, when you come, you misunderstand me a lot. What has been trending recently, and a lot of you send me messages, is you're not happy that I reported Simon Ekpa. You're not happy that I don't belong with the obedient. But you don't understand. The reason is that you don't know me. You don't know the kind of things I've been involved in. You don't know what I do in the background. Some of you ask, oh, you were calling United Nations embassy. I mean, you were calling the embassy of Finland in Canada. Why didn't you call them to report what is happening back home? And I laugh. I laugh because I remember there's a posting I have on Facebook. That posting is when I went to United Nations in New York to go and complain about what was happening back home when Omoyele Sowore was arrested. Do you know how many places I've traveled in the past? But of course, those of you that know me, you know how many times I've traveled. You see me in the air. I show live broadcasts, flying, landing, going to the place, coming back, doing protests. You know how many protests I have done here in Canada to Nigerian embassy. I actually have a relationship with the Nigerian ambassador, and this came out of back and forth interactions with him. And I say it all the time that the ambassador of Nigeria to Canada is a good person. I'm telling you, it's difficult for me to compliment somebody, but when I have confronted someone, when I have taken a protest to the person, and instead of the person being like the regular Nigerian officer, either a political office holder or a civil servant, instead of him acting like that, he actually acts in a civil manner, actually listens to you and takes your problem and actually does something about it. You would have my respect any day. And the person who thinks, oh, Chidi, what have you done in the past about Enugu? I left my base here and I moved into Enugu State and I stayed there for 7 months. And we went to so many places. I visited the Hausa community in Enugu. I talked with people, the imams. I did a lot. And I told you people that time that the governor of Enugu State is a stupid, useless man. I said it before. I said that Guruburu is a useless man. People said I was joking. Even from my own village, they said it was not your time, Chidi. Go, Chidi. You go, Chidi, this is not your time. This time is time for Buruburu. Buruburu, Burus. Enugu State in the hand of God. As at that time, the first attack in Ukpabinimbo, Adani area, when Fulan1 Herdsmen came and attacked our people, the governor of the state went to Abuja to go and kneel down and was begging the president of Nigeria, begging him. It's like apologizing him for Fulan1 Herdsmen killing his own people. Have you seen that kind of stupidity? When you don't hear some of us talk about these things, it's because I'm more for action now than talking. And that's why it pains me. And you will never, a lot of you will never understand it, but you will never stop me from talking like that. It pains me when there is a unified effort to fight the insecurity in Biafra land, in Igbo land, in the southeast, and out of selfishness, out of you presenting your own agenda, which I don't understand, you come and mess the whole thing up. And in messing it up, you deceive people by, bringing the truth and joining it with your own agenda and causing confusion. Because on one hand, you will come and say, oh, we are fighting for our people. If anybody does anything, go and do this to them, go and do this to them. Which is exactly what IPOB it was fighting in establishing ESN. By the time you guys go and raise another money somewhere, have a parallel ESN, have another guard who are, in fact, it just creates confusion. And while people are trying to understand what exactly is going on, when you are fighting with Chike Dozie, fighting with Nnamdi Kanu's lawyers, as we're trying to understand what's going on, you're calling for 5 days sit at home. IPOB is saying, no, this is not our own sit at home. While that is happening, people come out and then they are killed. And these people that are killed are our own people. That I will condemn any day. And for that, I will tell them to stop you. Because that madness cannot continue. Okay, look at right now. The next thing now, go and watch. Someone is going to come and give a program and say, oh, that, you know, this thing that is happening, we're going to do this. And everybody's going to be happy and everybody will clap. That creates a lot of confusion. A lot of confusion. And then you turn around and you say, oh, Chidi, you don't talk about it. Who told you we don't talk about it? You think that, don't you understand? You think talking about it every day means that you care? Talking about it every day means you are making money for your channel. But you guys don't get it. You don't get it. It's not by talking about it every day that it shows you're doing anything. No. No. And when you hear that I am supporting a political party, when you hear that I'm a member of the Revolution Now movement, when you hear that I'm a member of the Take It Back movement, you have a problem with that. Why should you have a problem with that? And when you hear that I am not an obedient, I don't support P2B, you have a problem with that. What has happened to us? Igbo people are supposed to be the most, like, see, everybody promotes their own culture. Everybody promotes their own tribe. I'm a proud Igbo man, and I see myself as a very intelligent person. If you don't see yourself as a very intelligent person, that's your business. I can't help you. But that's how I roll. I carry myself with a lot of pride. Pride in my culture, pride in my language, pride in my roots. And everybody knows that about me, even here in Canada. Here in Canada, I have a group called My Roots Foundation. We go about schools, we talk to them, we teach them about our roots. In front of Oyibo people, we do all this with my wife. That's who I am. So it's not even something I need you to validate, but if you know me very well, you know what I'm talking about. And so the reason why you will continue to see these attacks is that we have disintegrated our formation. We have broken our ranks. We are no longer formidable any day. No. Every day you see them, they catch one people. Everybody they catch now and they kill. Every kidnapper is ESN. Every kidnapper is IPOB. Every small criminal is IPOB. They catch them every day. They kill them. IPOB. They kill this person. They say it's IPOB. They kill somebody that just hungry person that went and kidnapped somebody. Tie red bandana. Carry this thing. Carry Biafran thing all over them. They say it's IPOB. That keeps weakening the struggle. And then you come out and say, oh, there's a brand new thing. We are a brand new group. We are autopilot. Our leader is different. We are supporting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, but we are not listening to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We believe in what the lawyer said, but we don't believe in what, that's a big confusion. And as long as that continues, you will continue to see this kind of attacks continue to happen. Because now, who is going to go after them? How? Who gives the order? To who? How? Do you understand? Please, if someone is calling me, just okay. I think maybe they're calling me back. Hold on. I did place a call. Maybe this will show you guys what I do. Somebody was calling me back. I saw Ottawa. I saw Ottawa, so maybe they're trying to return a call that I had called them before. Because if you stay there and say, Chidi, what did you do? What do you do? But maybe this will just prove one or two things to you. Okay, it goes into I suspect that maybe the United Nations office in Ottawa, because I saw Ottawa there, and I'm just showing you this because some of you say, "Oh, Chidi, this is what I do on a regular basis." I didn't just pick up the phone and start calling Simon, but calling Finland, because I know how all these embassies work, and I was just wondering, why don't people do all these things? I don't just think Simon Ekpa is what I do from morning till night. No, that's just one single case. I pick up the phone from here. People have issues. I call the police headquarters in Nigeria, army headquarters. Gwamnishu, if Gwamnishu is here listening, he will tell you. You guys know Gwamnishu. One day, when they were arrested, or so, either him or his boys, I don't remember. And I asked him, who arrested you? He says if you can call PRO. I just went online, I looked for the number, and I called. And they answered, and that's how they got released. Just like that. You won't believe it. There are things that you can do, but this person is thinking that the other person, if you like now, we'll call. And that was what I was going to do before I went on this broadcast. Hold on. Maybe they'll answer.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
I missed a call from you now. My name is Dr. Chidi from Toronto.
Yes, Dr. Chidi, I left a message for you. I'm with the United Nations Association in Canada. You left a message on my office phone earlier.
Oh yes, I'm a social media. I'm a social activist. I have a YouTube channel, and just to let you know, I'm actually live on the channel right now. And I was calling you to report an incident that is going on in Nigeria. It's a human rights abuse, and I know I had been part of a demonstration that came to Ottawa sometime 2 years ago, by the Biafran people.
I remember at our front door. Okay,
you remember
but
that?
you understand that we are not a UN office.
Well, that's the contact that we have for United Nations. So if you would please give me the appropriate place.
There is no UN office in Canada, as we explained at that time.
Mm-hmm.
We are a non-government organization of Canadians interested in the UN, committed to the system, even though it's not perfect, and helping Canadians understand what it is and is not.
Okay.
But we are not a UN office. We have no direct connection to those offices. We know no formal links.
Okay.
And there is no UN office in Canada.
Good.
There is no UN office in many countries. Okay. They only have field offices in countries where they are engaged in the delivery of some of their humanitarian assistance or delivery aid. Okay. But they have no offices in, I mean, obviously they have offices in Geneva because that's where some of the main offices are, but I think that's probably the only, no, there's an office in Vienna, but again, it's an agency office. It's there because it's doing something different. There isn't a UN embassy kind of office in most northern countries.
Okay, so I'm glad that's why we also contact you. Okay, so whatever this information you're giving is also good. So apart from the United Nations office in New York, right?
Yeah. Now you're talking. I mean, obviously, because of the issue you're talking about, which is a human rights situation, obviously the main political offices, if you will, of the UN and the meetings where the General Assembly and the Security Council, all of those happen in New York, at the UN headquarters in New York.
Yeah.
But the offices of the UN High Commissioner for Human Rights, which is the body that deals specifically and primarily with human rights issues, is in Geneva.
Okay.
This is the kind of information we have for people like you. So, if you're going to be trying to write a letter about a human rights situation, you want to send it to the office of the Secretary General in New York, but maybe you also want to send it to the Office of the UN High Commissioner for Human Rights in Geneva, and then you want to, because you are in Canada, you want to send it to Canadian government to say, as people in this country, we're concerned and we urge Canada to take action on this issue through the UN offices, because that's how issues get to the agenda. Frankly, you get a national state or states prepared to be your spokesperson at the various UN offices. So that's the way you have to think about how many copies you want to send, if you will. So you send one to the Secretary General, Human Rights, you send it to Geneva, you send it to Trudeau, and then you probably also send it to blank.
Yeah, I get.
Eleanor Jolie at Global Affairs Canada. And maybe you send it to Bob Ray, who is the Canadian ambassador to the UN in New York. So I'm just sort of thinking that's the way you think about how you get your issue, your concern, onto somebody's desk for some action, or at least for somebody to know that somebody's watching.
Okay. Thank you very much.
And if you need assistance in finding contacts for that, send me an email and I will try and get back to you, although we're sort of getting close to going into a slowdown over Christmas. But this is not an issue that's going to go away in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, but we're not going to stop.
Right.
Which email are we going to send the...
Send it to... The one you should send it to is info, INFO, at UNAC.org. I'm saying that to you because at the moment that comes to me, but it will always go to somebody. Okay. If I'm not here, somebody will be responsible for info at UNAC.org.
Thank you. So what's your name again?
Okay.
What's your name again, please?
Joan.
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 Joan. Okay. Thank you so much, Joan.
And I remember you coming to our front door.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Okay. Take care then.
Bye-bye. So, incidentally, you saw that happen. And you saw what she said. She says it's not going to go away in a hurry. I know it won't go away in a hurry. And but we can't stop. And for some of you, you heard her say, Ottawa is 5 hours drive from Toronto. And we went there. We went to their front door. We took a protest to that place. I am living here in Canada. I'm doing the most I can, and I'm supporting people back home in whatever way I can. Some of you come and talk, and you're not even doing anything. Okay, so I am so, just like so many of you, who feel like pulling the hair from our heads when you see what is going on back home, and the politicians, like you saw in my title, politicians, they just keep toying with our lives. Look at somebody like Buruburu, the governor of Enugu State. That's the most hopeless governor ever. I think in the whole, it keeps making an effort. The worst is when you're not doing anything. The problem with our people is when they tell you that you're not doing anything at all. And then when they see that you're doing something, then they come and blame you. Oh, why did you do it? You keep doing, we've written letters, we've gone for protests. If you go and see, you just keep on doing and you just keep on doing. This ordinary president that you're talking about, didn't he talk with Simon Ekpa? But in Showore's program 2 days ago, come and see what he was talking about Simon Ekpa. You see, Simon Ekpa, we all started and he was doing this, pushing this struggle. Nnamdi Kanu said, go listen to him. Everybody was praising him. But you see, when he does the thing that is wrong, I will be the first to knock him on the head. That's just the simple truth. Just like, let me talk about politics now. A lot of the people are in support of P0LITIC1ANS because he's from the Southeast, because he's an Igbo man. I'm not in support of P0LITIC1ANS. Why? Look at when they started, and why am I not in support of P0LITIC1ANS? Because even though he may, I don't have anything against his political ambition, but the premise upon which he is presenting his manifesto and presenting his desire to rule is very, very wrong. The foundation is very, very faulty. a foundation that is built on the old politicians. Look at what they're doing in the Southeast. And you come and tell me that we would campaign on an ideology, on a strategy that is bent on going to bow down to Obasanjo, going to have a relationship with IBB and all the other politicians, having somebody like Okukwo as your presidential whatever. This same Okukwe that we're talking about has gone back to PDP. So it is the same old gang. P2B will go back to PDP after this election. If you think you will stay in Labour Party, then you're a baby. That's what I wrote in a WhatsApp group. You're a baby if you're thinking that he's going to stay there. No. He will still, he's just perching on Labour Party to be able to contest. And you think why he left PDP to join Labour Party is because of you and me? It's because of, he desired to fight for the public. No, it was just a political move. It was a selfish move. He was there, and when it was going to affect his personal political ambition, it was just something that was going to ask. If they had agreed with him, P2B would be in PDP today. But the same you that is castigating PDP, you would have still been in PDP with him. So you're not serious. Do you understand? You're not serious. If he was, even Aisha Yesufu went and tweeted that anybody who has had anything to do with PDP and then blah blah blah, they are not good. And then when she was showing pictures of P2B wearing PDP regalia and all of them dirty, they were all PDP presidential candidates, aspirants, and even Kwankwaso. When they showed the picture, she came back and said, even if P2B was in PDP and anywhere, she would still have voted for P2B. That was a contradiction. And that's how you think, and it makes a mess of all the things that is going on. That's why you see me with Omoyele Sowore. And that's why you see me trying to participate in the politics of the day now. And I don't see why anybody should be, you have a right not to participate. You have a right to participate. Even when we get Biafra, Biafra is going to be a democratic society. It's not going to be authoritarian. People will still be, there will be political parties in Biafra. You think there won't be a political party in Biafra if we are going to get Biafra? And how will we get Biafra? It will not happen overnight. It will still happen through a referendum. And who will guarantee you a referendum? Look at all the political parties. Who is willing to give you a referendum if they come to power? Who? Remember that before you get Biafra, it has to happen within a Nigeria. It is inside Nigeria that will conduct the referendum now. It is only Omoyele Sowore that I have seen amongst the political candidates who says, I will guarantee a referendum. There will be a referendum. When there's a referendum and the people collectively say that, yes, we want a new country called Biafra, then there will be a Biafra. And inside the Biafra, for you to get who will lead Biafra, there will be political parties and there will be elections and they will vote. So voting is not something that you have to just castigate and you say, don't allow it. No, yeah, I like what Blessing is saying. The wisdom they used in UK for Brexit, they use that same wisdom here. Up to today, they are still conducting referendum in Canada. They did one, Quebec nearly won, I think it was 4 or 5 years ago. If Quebec had gotten the amount of, I think it was 60-40 or so, if they had gotten the required votes, Canada would have been split into 2, and you have Quebec as another country. So that's why when you see us in politics and we are supporting someone like Omoyele Sowore, it's because I know that in him, I have the hope of getting a Biafra if a party like that wins. And I am not with Obi because Obi is afraid to talk about, is even afraid to support IPOB or support Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or even talk about a Biafra coming. So he doesn't agree with me. He doesn't agree with my own ideology. And it's not just because I'm an Igbo man, then automatically I must support him. No. If you are not obedient, good luck to you. Continue with your obedience. And so many places you will still find where I don't agree with people. Like some people think, oh, if you release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, there will be trouble. Why would you ever think that? That is wicked. That is wicked. Release him is a human rights issue. Whatever happens after, you have authorities to manage whatever happens. You can't say because you think you preempt what somebody will do, then you hold them there. No, that doesn't make sense. So you just see how I spoke to the United Nations lady, and this is what I do with so many other people. You write some letters, sometimes it works, sometimes it pushes you to another level. I looked for the same way I looked for the Finnish embassy here. That's the same way I looked for the United Nations office here, because I was thinking about actually going there physically. And the lady is now saying that they don't deal with this kind of issues. I just learned that again today. And somebody is blaming me. Oh, Chidi, you lived in Canada all this while, you don't know. So I now know. That's the difference between me and you. Maybe pride doesn't let you accept what you don't know. I don't know everything, but I keep trying. Okay, and then that's my life. Someone says, most of you live in a civilized world where others died for and one sacrificing our peace for selfish gains. Why are the mighty failing? I don't even understand what you're saying, my brother. From what happened yesterday in Hamufu, don't you see that you attacking Simon Ekpa is very wrong of you? No. Me attacking Simon Ekpa for calling for a sit at home and saying if anybody comes out, whatever happens to them, they will take, and they come out and people are going to kill. Nobody should ever kill our own people. There is nothing. That's how, you see, that's where you people mix history. The people that fought for Canada, they didn't kill Canadians. I live in Canada where people fought wars. They fought against the people who were attacking Canada. They didn't turn around and kill Canadians. Show me where you kill your come on now. Show me where you got your freedom by turning around to kill your people. The same people you're getting the freedom for. It says sacrifice. You take your own people and sacrifice. Oh, why are they not sacrificing you? That's when people talk like this. Mazi GK, with all due respect, that's why I call people moronic. You can't now. You can't use that kind of how. You say people must be sacrificed. If you are going into war, you take up arms. You're going to fight. You know that one of the consequences of going to battle is that you will lose your life. That's a sacrifice that you willingly undertook to participate in. Sacrifice. You say, I want to go and do this. And then you go and do that on behalf of your people. Right now that I'm talking to you, it's my time here. I'm sacrificing my time. I live in Canada where time is money. I don't know about where you live, but once I finish here, I'm going to run for, I have just postponed a meeting by 1 hour so that once I finish, I start heading out for that meeting. The person I have the meeting with is watching this right now. Those are sacrifices. I chose to make it. You don't force people to make a sacrifice and you say they made it. That's not a sacrifice. That's bullying. That is wickedness. All the people that died because they sat at home, how did they benefit from it? How did somebody dying because they came out for sitting at home, how did it make the Nigerian government give you what you want? Tell me. Maybe explain it to me. How does that make the Nigerian government give you what you want? Somebody says, Simon, sitting at home. You see, you can abuse anything. That sitting at home, that 5 days sit at home was an abuse. It was an abuse of a good idea. Sitting at home is not a new thing. Sitting at home is a form of civil disobedience. Nnamdi Kanu has already called for sit at home. Nnamdi Kanu has called for boycott of election. Nnamdi Kanu has called for so many things. IPOB has called for sit at home. But you cannot say that because somebody gave somebody water to drink, because you gave your children water to drink, And every time there's a clear liquid in a glass, somebody should drink it. No. If you put poison, clear poison like this, and you're giving it to my child, I will thank you the day you give my child water to drink. But if you bring the same cup and you fill that cup with a poison that is clear like water, and I know it's poison, do you think I should just keep quiet and let you give it to my child? I will tell my child, no, don't drink that water, and I will punish you. I will make sure I deal with you for trying to give that to my child. I will knock that water off your hand. I will knock that glass off your hand. And then another person will say, Chidi, why didn't you allow that child to drink that water? After all, is it not the same glass? No, I'm telling you, you don't know that it's not the same thing. It is not the same thing. Just because it is called sit at home, it doesn't mean it is not the same thing. You can't do the wrong thing at the right time and justify it. No. No. And we must be people who are intelligent enough to separate matters. The killings in Enugu State right now, you will have to hold, if you want to launch an attack, if you want to launch an attack, you are on the ground. You launch an attack against the governor of the state. Launch a direct attack on the Fulan1 Herdsmen who came. Empower the villagers. The vigilante groups. Work with the ESN that Nnamdi Kanu established. That's the only way. You can't, or if you want to go rogue, do your own thing. Call it your own name. Don't call it ESN. It creates confusion. It creates confusion now. Because how? You're countering each other. How will you succeed? I'm sure a lot of you understand what I'm saying, but you see, you're blinded by this. No, I'm not like that. You can't follow something just moronically, and you don't even, if there's any word like that, and you don't think for yourself anymore. You see something that happen, people are dying. You just come and be saying, oh, Chidi, no, now. It's not like that. It's not like that. Anyway, what am I even saying? I want to read some of your things because those of you that are commenting here, your subscribers, that's why I take you seriously. That's why I turned actually it was Dr. Erica that turned it to only subscribers can comment. That's why I'm reading your comment, because I see that anybody commenting here is a subscriber and I respect you. That's why I can interact with you. That's why I can read your comments. If not, I'll just delete your comment. Please, Chidi, stop responding to supporters of evil who are killing pregnant women. The reason that home was applied in the first place, had it been achieved? The reason your son needed drinking water, has it been permanently solved? So why are you giving fake analysis? No, Mazejike, it's not fake analysis. Let me explain to you. I will read what you wrote. When I am giving my son water, I still give my son water up to today. You don't just give my son water once and he just drinks it and he will never be thirsty in life. No, it's a continuous process. You just saw me now contacting the United Nations. I wasn't going to do it during my show, but somebody will come and say, oh, Chidi, you just did it to show off. I called them before the show. It was not on my show. You don't know the many people that I have called, even concerning the killings in Enugu. I don't do it for show. But it's just that the woman called back while I was on the show. That's why you saw it, and it was part of my show. The day I was talking in Ikengo Ruago's show, I didn't even come there to discuss Simon Ekpa's house. I was where he lived. We were going to talk about the 5-day sit at home. And I said, oh, I had called and I had reported Simon Ekpa. Next thing somebody said, oh, you said the woman talked about Simon Ekpa's state. So they went and called the woman and said, oh, do you see here that in a country like this, people tell you their name, nothing is hidden. And you heard me. That's why this time around, I told the woman, I am talking to you on a live show. She didn't say, no, I will not talk, because she's a public servant. Everything she does, I can record it. It's not hidden. And she has to say her name. If I call somebody right now in the Nigerian office, okay, what's your name? You say, are you stupid? Why do you want to know my name? You see that? So everything is not confidential here. Somebody called the Finnish embassy because I said the woman's name is this. They called and told the woman, oh, you gave somebody's address. That's why I got angry. I said, since you think like that, let me now Google his name and show you how easy it is for you to use the internet. And we went and they even showed you in 3D the real office location. So it's you people that push someone to do something and you come back and you start somebody say, Chidi, did you take time to call Simon, or have you taken time to speak to Simon before taking sides? Anthony Njoko, for your information, me and Simon, we talk one-on-one. I even brought, have you forgotten that I brought Simon Eppers to my show? We talk about so many things. We go way back. When he was going to switch, I called him. We had a lot of discussions. The day he blocked me was when people brought complaints against him about immigration. I saw the people talking. I told them, please, it was in a Nigerian website, WhatsApp group here in Canada, Igbo WhatsApp group. The guy was complaining. I went and I told the guy, please don't talk about this in the public. Can you allow me to contact Simon? I know Simon very well. If this was a problem, I'll make sure I intervene. Give me the names of all the people who have this problem with Simon. And I called Simon. He wouldn't pick my call. I sent him a text and I said, Simon, get back to me. Let's talk about this. And this is serious. It's not something you should allow to go in public. He blocked me. And I kept sending things, so he just kept blocking me on whatever numbers that he has. We talked about raising money when they were raising money. So you think I'm somebody who just comes and, why should I do that? Do you know the level of my involvement in the struggle? And you keep making me say this almost like you're bragging. No, it's not something to brag, because you put everything out there. You just put your life out there. Don't you think? You think the Canadian government doesn't know my name, my number, and everything about me, my location, and all that? You think they don't know? You live your life is almost like a goldfish. You can't hide anything. Anywhere, anybody can spot you at any time. So it's not something that we joke with. Anyway, Chidi, you can call off the sit at home if Biafrans is not value to you. No. What were the sit at home? They still call for sit at home. IPO, you have to do things in an organized manner. IPOB, under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, has told you this is how we are going to do it. We will do it as a response to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu being held in detention. Okay? And even when you call for if you do something and you see the result that you're getting, remember clearly, if you're calling for sit at home and the sit at home, affects the government directly, or when you call for sit at home when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to go to court, you are directing everybody's attention to that particular incident. And by the way, it's something that IPOB has called. IPOB should be answerable for that. But you call for a sit at home, for whatever reason, no problem. Anybody can call for a sit at home. It is a form of civil disobedience. But there is a caveat there. There is a command there. When you now say that if anybody comes out, that's where once you put that if, then you go against who we are as Igbo people. You can't come and say that everybody must. No. Remember, Igbo people are the people that when you say jump up, they'll ask you why. Don't you remember Igbo? Why would you now do something and say that if you don't come out, you will see? And then people come out. If you come out, you will see. And people come out and they will see. They actually saw. Be truthful to yourself. You think it's Nigerian army that killed the people that came out? Come on now. Abba. Chidi, can call off sit at home. Okay. Chidi, call off sit at home if Biafran values you. call off the sit at home if Biafrans values you. Anyway, like I said, I read your notes because I respect you, that you guys are subscribers. But Chidi, do you remember that DOS tried to punish Enugu people this period of attack before autopilot rescued you? What did you say? You are supposedly projecting the prime suspects in MNK ordeal. Why are you not thinking about this? Is it fair that at this point the DOS have not reacted yet? See, I'm not DOS, okay? I'm not a spokesperson for DOS. I have also challenged DOS a lot of times when I say you guys are not acting enough. I expect to see more action. But you see, the same way I can knock DSS on the head, that's the same way I can knock Simon Ekpa. And I don't just knock people just for knocking sake. People just live their lives. Everybody has a right. They don't get it right all the time. I'm not perfect. I just do my own thing, the much I know. But when you do something that causes the loss of life and I think it is wrong, I will call you back to order. The day you will see that you turn around, and I will praise you. But that I will keep quiet and seek, just like right now, Fulan1 Herdsmen go and kill people in Enugu. You think I won't talk about it? Why? And you think I won't do anything about it? Why? I will do the most I can about it. Because it is wrong, it is wrong, it is wrong. I enter in my own state. If I had won the governorship, I would be governor of Enugu State. Did you hear the governor? You're talking about DOS. Did you hear the governor say anything? So that's why we're talking about it. That's why we're saying it is wrong. So you were not saying anything about it. That's where you are wrong. You see, that's you people believe in propaganda. I'm not here to prove anything to you. I can forgive you because people say, "Oh, Chidi, you were not talking about it." Go to my chat. Maybe you know what? Let me show you Benson Leonard, aka BNK 350. If you think I wasn't talking anything about, why don't you go way back? You need to go way back to, I don't even know when. Even before, let me show you this. Do you know that even way before IPOB was formed, here in Canada, we were doing Biafra Remembrance Day. Long time, I'm telling you, way before IPOB was formed. And even in recent times, go to my channel and you will see, let me show you. Since you're a subscriber, go to our channel, go to our playlist. I will show you how to do this. If you go to our playlist and then you click on maybe I'll do which one should I look for? IPOB. Maybe Dr. Erica will help me. But if you go to IPOB, where we have a list of we have a list. Okay, hold on. I'll show you guys. When you click on it, you will see all the broadcasts that we've done about IPOB. Then you will understand. And I'm not doing it to praise you. I'm not doing it so that you will clap for me. I'm doing it just to help you with your ignorance. And I say this ignorance respectfully because me too, I'm ignorant about. Ignorant means you don't know. I'm not cursing you. So it's out of ignorance that you say, "Oh, Chidi, you were not talking about it." What was this channel all about now? What do you think this channel is all about? Okay, let me show you this just a little bit. See, this is the time for my meeting now. Okay, let me share this with you and maybe we'll close. I'm not joining any struggle. I've always been part of the struggle. There's nothing to be joining. It's like you're selling something back to me. Look at Njoko, I'm coming. So if you go to playlist, when you go to our channel, you go to playlist, and then when you go to look at all the different playlists, these are the different things that we focus on. So when you go to that playlist, look for let me look for the one that is talking about Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB. When you click on that, you'll be able to see all the things that we've talked about Nnamdi Kanu. If you look on the right here, you see these are all the things we talked about. IPOB, see 14, 15, 16, 23. This is broadcast upon broadcast upon broadcast that we have done about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Look at we follow the story. Look at how many videos are you seeing on the right? This is remember, we were the first YouTube channel to start broadcasting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's. Can you see? I'm still going on. I'm not finished. He said, Chidi, you're not talking about it. Can you see all of this? Can you see? We have 200 videos. Okay, look at this. Look at Chat with Simon Ekpa. Let me show you. Let me show you this one. This one you're seeing right now. This is my chat with.
Interested in conference because it is very, very important.
You are happy that they just, they just filed, they just sued the government. And now you say that where they are going, there's no road. I just want a clarification.
Yes. There is no road in suing the government.
Okay.
And then also.
So for some of you, I'm sure when you see this video, you're surprised. That's just to tell you that there's nothing. It's not about Simon Ekpa. It's not about Simon Ekpa. It's just that you do what you have to do. Should stop referring to people here on your platform as subscribers, because that means that you are against your oppositions. No. Sunday, you don't get it, and it's difficult. See, this whole thing we're doing now is taking away from the reason why we're here. It's not the reason why I'm here. Okay, I'm here to talk about the killings in Enugu State, talk about the way politicians are going. And the reason why I allowed comments, it's not like I don't. Some people just come here and all they want to do, they distract you. You can oppose me. You can oppose me. And do you see me didn't anybody who's opposing me? But there are also something that is called bots. People just type things. You don't know that. You don't know there are bots. These bots, you just type a lot of things that you don't like against somebody. You set the bot against their program. You just see them, they come there and just be talking rubbish against you. Okay, let me take this call. And we'll be closing very soon, guys, because I have a meeting. Hello, I guess you're calling into the program, right? Huh? Hello? I think you need to call back. The reception is not good. Okay. So when they set this bot, they just come and just keep pushing things in your comment section. Sometimes I just turn up the comment section so that I can talk. But out of respect, you also need to listen to criticisms. You also need to acknowledge people who like what you're doing. That's the way this broadcast goes, okay? And I don't just come and sit down for 10 hours and just talk so that my viewership can get to 1,000 or 2,000. Like I showed you the other day, it's also business. And some people just do it for business, but everybody knows the reason why they do what they do. I will just want to take this call and then I will close. Hello?
Dr. Chidi.
Yes, my brother, how are you?
I greet you.
I greet you back.
Chimobi, calling from Dubai.
Hey, Chimobi, how now? How's everything?
Yeah. Oh, bless God. Dr. Chida will say, let me use this word you used to, after using it, I will tell you.
Okay.
Dr. Chidi, why? You remember? You used this word on somebody some years back. You want me to remember it?
I think it was Mbaka.
No.
Who?
Ijele.
Oh, Ijele. Okay, Ijele.
Okay.
Yes.
To tell you that I'm part of the family.
Yes.
So, why I said, because Dr. Chidi, you are like, I called you last time. He said maybe because I'm a supporter of Simon Ever. I said, anybody that is doing the right thing,
yeah,
I support the person.
Yeah.
I've been following you long time. Just like this video you play now.
Yeah.
The day this interview was done, I'm there. The day you interviewed our leader, Nnamdi Kanu, I was there. I've been following you all through because you are doing the right thing. I remember when you interviewed the Jele, the same these IPOB people, these people that you just like you push your weight on them now. You ask these people fought you front and back.
Oh.
These people fought you. So, looking at what is happening now, I will use this word that this thing is not giving me joy. The way you are attacking Simon is not giving me joy.
Okay.
It's not giving me joy because I know when all these things happen. It's just like your own narrative now. You will say, you know, Simon. When Simon give his own opinion, Simon will say, both of you have not met physical one day. But the way you are narrating is, it look as if, you know, I can't just.
I don't understand. I don't understand. You say Simon, me and Simon have not met physically.
Yeah, he said like that.
Me, I've not met. Have I met Simon physically? I've not met Simon physically now. Has Simon met Nnamdi Kanu physically? Even I have met now. Okay, if you want to talk like that, Simon is in Finland. Simon has not met so many people physically. All these things were with technology right now. Does Simon say he doesn't know me?
And he knows you.
So what have I said now that is different from what he says? How did he come on my show? Wouldn't you know the person and you talk with the person back and forth? Are you going to say that I say I know him? I know him. I don't know him beyond these things that we're doing now. I don't know his village. I don't know. We talk, and that's what I said here. What's different from what I said? Are you going to say I know him right down to his village? I don't know him beyond that. The only thing that joined me and him is this struggle. And it is this struggle that we could remember. I also interviewed Simon and what's this other guy? This Yoruba guy. Maegu Diary. When Nnamdi Kanu was arrested and everybody was afraid, and I called them, I said, let's come and ginger our people. And people saw that program and they were happy. So don't go and say I'm claiming, you're making it sound like I'm dropping names. No, he has my number. I have his number. He calls me and I call him, and we exchange text back and forth. That's all there is, because we're people that I felt were involved in the same struggle. Why you see why I don't know why this is difficult for people to understand. That's why I showed this video. There are times when you feel somebody is doing right, you talk with them, you relate with them, we all push against the same thing. But you call for a particular thing, and people are, okay, so what do you want me to come and say? You want me to come and say that the people who were killed in that thing, that it was right?
Dr. Chid, you remember the first time our leader announced this sit at home, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? You know, that is why I'm telling you that this thing that is happening, because you see this DOS or no DOS, they know what they are doing. they purposely, I will say that they lure you on their own side.
Who?
So that you can attack.
No. You see, okay. See, when you're talking like this, listen, my brother. You see, you have known me for a long time. If you're going to talk like this, I will not give you that room. Let me tell you why I don't give you that room. Because I like, you see, when you say, wait, listen now, when you say DOS lure you, the next thing you say, Chidi, you're the one that gave the place where Nnamdi Kanu is to, and they arrested Nnamdi Kanu. You know, those kind of talks, they are so pedestrian to me. I don't talk like that. Why would you talk like that? Why would you say anybody lured me? You don't talk like that now. If you want to make your point straight, and I'll respect you.
You let me to learn.
No. Remember, there was a time when, what's their name? Liaison. There was a group called Liaison. They were raising money. You remember?
Yeah.
And I was there, and I was raising money with them. You see, I do a lot of things because I believe in the struggle. At a point, even Liaison was fighting with DOS. But you see, I can't just be lured into just fighting any. No. Even as I speak to you, somebody said, Chidi, are you an oath-taking member? I'm not an oath-taking member of IPOB. I'm not a spokesperson for IPOB. But what is happening in IPOB, it affects what's happening in our place. We are all involved.
Sure.
I was not a member of IPOB, and I have a relationship with Nnamdi Kanu, and there are things you just can't start saying. But at the end of the day, the role that everybody played will be appreciated or not appreciated. And sometimes you do it for your own fulfillment. When you do something and you go to bed and you can close your eyes and sleep peacefully, that's all you want to do in life. That's if I die tomorrow, I want to die very peaceful. I want to die having done my best. If my kids read about the history of what happened to their people and they ask me, Daddy, did you know about this? Yes. What did you do? I'll be able to say, during my own time, this is what I did. That's why we do all of these things. Do you understand? It's not for somebody to appreciate you. It's not based on a comment on my show. You think it's a comment on my show that will make me know I'm doing right or wrong? No. Anyway, my brother, please, if you can just round up what you want to say, and then I want to close because I'm 30 minutes late and I still have to travel some distance. Okay, let's continue to keep our relationship, and then the day we get it right, yes, the day we quarrel, we'll quarrel, but we'll still continue going. Okay.
It's okay.
All right. Thank you very much for calling in. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, guys, I'm going to stop here, and then the things that I'll be doing in the background, I'll still continue to do it. Some I'll be able to tell you, some I may not be able to tell you. Okay, phone calls are the only way I can reach people back home and do whatever I want to do with them. If you expect me to get up and go there, that's not my mode of operation. And when there is need to do that, we'll do that. But let me again thank those of you who've continued to stay with us for this long time. I'm not somebody who doesn't take criticisms. Criticize me, disagree with me, send me a text, send me an email, and then let's talk about these things. Okay, I will say the ones you like some days, and some days I will say the ones that you don't like. I will get it right some days, and I will get it wrong some days. But then when we get it wrong, I'm not proud that I cannot accept my mistakes, apologize, and go on. No. Or I'm not so proud that I don't take advice. That's not me. Okay, but the struggle must continue. Thank you so much. And on behalf of Dr. Erica, I want to thank you, and I'll see you guys very soon in our next broadcast. Bye-bye.